form a more perfect union reflects on our whole idea that we're working together, hand in hand with our patrons, with our community, to have the best experience possible for our students and give them the greatest opportunity to be citizens of the future. There's so much enthusiasm this year because our students are getting to enjoy the fruits of many bond issues with the Union Collegiate Academy. So many people coming to Union, and our population is continuing to expand. We've got to focus on classroom space at the middle grade levels.
We're adding on the Fine Arts wing at the 6th, 7th right now, which is going to provide rooms for our fine arts, and because of the support of our patrons, that bond issue in 2012 started that project, and this will be a continuation of that.
Now we're taking care of that need. We need to make sure we have enough classroom space for all of our 6th and 7th graders, so we're not overcrowding their bodies, and they can have, you know, a more adequate space to learn in.
We have a wing concept at the 6th, 7th grade center, so it's important as we build classrooms that we put them in groups, because the kids come from all the different elementaries, and so we team them, and they'll have a group or a pod of classrooms that we're adding on, and we're going to add on a couple of those in different areas on the front of the building.
And also the bond issue this year gives us a chance to plan for next year's bond issue, because we know that we need to add classroom space as well as student space, like even a gymnasium, at the 8th grade center next year.
We have a philosophy at Union that's called maximum participation, and so when kids want to be involved in a part, you know, we'll do what we have to make sure that we provide the necessary uniforms and the equipment and obviously the facilities to make that happen.
With over 1,600 athletes and students, spirit students, we use the bond money every year to provide uniforms and equipment for those groups, and we use them for all 23 programs that we have.
We have record numbers involved in our athletic programs, and track is just one of those programs that we're seeing growth in.
We have over 400 kids in our track program, grades 7th through 12th. The current track is in such poor condition. We can't host meets here. We can't have regionals. We couldn't have any state competitions.
Constantly we have like a bunch of people injured out there just because of how hard it is running on that track. It's worn down so much that it's not really much cushioning.
Shin splints are a reoccurring problem all the time because the track is so unstable and there's so many cracks and like holes and it's falling apart. You literally can pull a piece off the track.
Some of the girls, we actually like picked up parts of the track because it was just laying on the side, and so like we have like our little souvenirs from this year. So it would be nice for us to have a nice track that's not all broken and holey.
If it is fixed, then we'll be able to hold meets for ourselves, and that kind of gives us home advantage for the runners at Union, and also hopefully that if we do get to host some meets, we'll get some of the student body to come out and support, that would mean a lot to everyone on the team.
A track meet is a big event. You'll have what we'll call tent city in an area because all the teams will set up and they bring large numbers of kids, and so you can imagine 5 or 6 schools bringing 100 kids each in a track area. Having the facilities to support that is necessary. The track itself is in need of replacement, and all the other areas such as the disc and shot put and high jump and long jump areas will replace those. Through the process, we'll create a locker room for our kids, and then also restrooms and concession stands. Our plan is to also turf the inside of the track, because during the parts of the year that the track isn't being used, that is also an area where our band will practice.
If the football team is doing like football games or anything like that, we'll normally go off to the parking lot and we'll rehearse there and we'll muddle through, but then once it gets dark, we don't have anything to see, so it'll be nice to have stadium lights and still be able to rehearse.
In addition, with A turf on the infield would provide a lot for our youth football teams and our high school football team, junior high football teams, and so there's just the effects of a passage of the track on the bond issue would just help our athletic department immensely.
We have to adopt textbooks. That's an expense that just continues to be there year in, year out.
Technology has always been important in our bond issues. This year it is even more important because the state is requiring that all state assessments are done through computers.
We have to have good computers. They have to be operational so that we don't have downtime. You just cannot afford downtimes when students are testing. And that's coming at a pretty significant cost.
But we also need our computers and our networks and our software because we really have become dependent on that, not only in the classroom, but also to accomplish our business functions in the district.
A lot of the every year bond fund allocation is for each site, for their specific allocation for building needs, for library books, and for recurring needs at each site.
There are a lot of projects when you consider that we have buildings in our district that are 40 years old. We're going to replace Peter's parking lot with this bond issue. Other parking lots will go in and seal and repaint. A lot of the other maintenance things that we do, you can imagine the amount of fencing that we have in the district, the fields that we have, and the repairs that have to be made on those. All the tools and equipment that we use, whether it's with our grounds, our transportation, our maintenance operations group.
I've been involved in other public school districts out of state, and I've never been more proud of the fact of how our administration handles the affairs and are good stewards of the tax monies here in the Union District. Everything we've been involved in quite a bit. I'm very proud. I boast it to my friends, my family. It's just been an outstanding experience.
We know that what gets brought forward to us has always been very carefully thought out. It's been vetted, it's been talked through. There's been a committee that's gone over to make sure that our highest needs are really being met.
They set the standards and we exceed those standards. They raise the standards and we exceed those standards. And for Union, it's just exceeding standards.
Something new always excites the kids. But the Collegiate Academy, you can see the difference already with that being built and the kids' confidence in their schoolwork. And I think with the new track, the same type of thing will happen.
Hopefully I can go to a good college to do construction and engineering. And that's another thing, one of the coaches helped me, find out what I wanted to be in life and exactly where I want to go.
It's great for students to know that we have the support of the district behind us. It makes us feel like we belong to more of a community because Tulsa Public Schools, they have the city of Tulsa, and Broken Arrow Public Schools has the city of Broken Arrow. Well, we have the city of Union.
I'm glad our bond issue is on Lincoln's birthday. It will help us connect what we're doing today with the high expectations we have for students to be good citizens of tomorrow.